We're joined by Tom King, New York State Rifle and Pistol Association. Tom, here we go again in New York State. Another list of gun owners is published up. Haven't we done this before? Have we done this dance before, Tom?
Yeah, actually, we've done it with the same newspaper before.
Oh my gosh.
Brief us on what's going on up there, Tom.
Well, the Journal News, which is a Gannett paper in Westchester County, FOIA'd the pistol license lists from Rockland, Westchester, and Putnam counties, and have published them on their website with a Google map to their home and their complete address.
And for those people who don't live in states that have these kinds of laws, explain the permitting process in New York for handguns.
It's very extensive. It actually is run county to county. The issuing officer in each county is responsible for issuing the permits and also essentially setting up the rules within that county. And it's a very elaborate system. You get vetted extremely well, and probably more investigation than most people that are going to work for the government and have to get a security check.
Mm-hmm. But also the government knows that the downside to these registration laws and things like this and permit laws is the government knows every single one of you has a gun and what guns you own. Right?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's been one of our complaints, from the very beginning, and fortunately, upstate New York, where Westchester is, they just have pistol permits for handguns. New York City, has pistol, rifle, shotgun, air rifle, BB gun.
Right.
I mean, it's
DC,
absurd.
I'll tell you, DC tops all of you guys. We have mace control. You have to register your mace here in DC.
Yeah, actually, we do that in New York.
Oh, really?
Oh,
okay, then we tie.
So Tom and Emily, here's the thing with this story, and I said that at the beginning of the interview with you, Tom, that we have seen this story. The difference this time, and tell me if I'm wrong, is that this one seems to, we've talked about this before in NRA News, but this one seems to be getting attention nationally now. Like the outrage is not just in New York State that they're doing this, but it seems to be kind of flashpointing around the country from what I'm seeing. What are you guys hearing on that?
Well, the same thing happened the last time. I mean, it drew enough attention the last time that I got a chance to go on Fox and Friends with the running back for the Tiki Barber when he was on Fox and Friends, and they discussed it.
Let's talk about the danger and why gun owners around the country understand that this is such a serious invasion.
Why is it a bad thing?
Why is it so? Yes, explain as a gun owner what it means to have your home address put on a website like this.
Well, it's kind of like having an interactive Cabela's online catalog, where you can
for criminals, a free catalog.
Wow.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Amazing.
And that's the thing, and that's why this so irresponsible of this newspaper and working for a newspaper, I would never do something like this. Is you're saying to every criminal in the tri-state area, here's an actual place where you can go. You can not only break into their house, you can steal their guns. Who cares if they're home? You're going to be the criminal. You're going to catch them off guard. It is such an irresponsible thing. And what I do love, though, is the blogger. I think his name is Mr. Fountain, who posted the home addresses and phone numbers of the publisher of the paper, the editor of the paper, the publisher of Gannett, the reporter, everybody involved in this story as a little, a taste. You get a little taste of your own medicine,
quo, if you will.
Right?
Yes,
and that has really blown up in sort of the online as everyone is calling these people in their houses because fair is fair, But it doesn't put them in the same danger because they don't have guns in their homes.
And the other thing I was talking earlier with someone about, I wanted to run this by you, Emily. You being in the newspaper business, is there? I mean, the people who put this out will say, "Well, there's a legitimate press purpose, like a legitimate news purpose for doing this." I disagree. There's no reason to publish this list other than it's not a newsworthy thing.
Yeah, the only thing they said, they didn't even claim it to be news. They just said, we think it's interesting that you should know who your neighbors are and who has a gun in your neighborhood. Well, yeah, I'm definitely interested in knowing who does, but it's not my right to know. No one here has committed a crime. No one here has been charged with a crime. These are innocent, law-abiding people who, as you know, Tom said, went through rigorous requirements to get these permits. And why are they being held up for scrutiny?
Yeah.
Well, it's because they can in New York, and the press, as it is in many liberal areas of the country, is totally anti-gun, and they just they're willing and capable of doing whatever they please to make it uncomfortable for gun owners,
right.
and no one in the state is going to stand up for them. Stand up against them.
And Tom, tell us what Governor Cuomo is quite the opposite. What he's doing right now, just announced he's going to be doing.
Oh well, he's thinking about after the Newtown massacre. He's thinking about banning semi-automatic weapons, and not only banning them but confiscating them.
Mandatory buybacks is what he's talking about.
Mandatory buyback. Yeah.
AK confiscation.
Which is, and just your general
exactly.
self-defense. So that is what's going on in New York, and
Wow. All right, well, folks, we're just about out of time. Tom King, New York State Rifle and Pistol Association. Sir, we're all over this story. We're going to keep on top of it. We thank you for keeping
John,
us briefed.
One quick thing.
Yes.
The New York State Rifle and Pistol Association is sponsoring a boycott of the paper and the advertisers.
All right, so we check that on your website, right?
Yes, it's going to be a day or two because we've got to get addresses for all of the the advertisers and all that, but that will be coming.